Kind of have a splitting headache at this moment. So yeah, I'm hoping everyone is having a nice morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time zone you're
What
in.
is this place?
Hopefully you're all doing well. Oh, it's about time my flashlight worked.
Oh, fuck!
Sarah. Could Sarah be the murderer, probably? Was a voice changer?
What the hell?
You thought I'd be an easy target?
Police! Don't shoot! Put the gun down, now!
Right. Then we live happily ever after.
How did you find her?
Drop the gun.
and I'll let you live.
It's Sarah.
You gotta be kidding.
It's
Where
her.
is she?
I can see her.
Talk!
Drop your weapon and get out. I'm counting to 3. 1.
I'm going through whoever and whatever it takes to save Sarah!
What? James, is that you?
Shit. Sarah?
How about letting me know you're dropping by next time?
Sure thing.
It's just a scratch. You can't hit anything in this body.
Well, lucky us.
Sunken face, bloodshot eyes like a junkie. James, you know how strung out you look?
Me? You looked in the mirror lately?
How'd you find me?
You know I'm a detective, right?
I didn't think anyone would bother trying to find me.
Ow, 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 ow.
Stay still. Why did you come here?
When we lost contact, I thought he got you.
So that's why you busted in here like a psycho on a hunch?
A little more than a hunch.
Meaning?
I have some questions, too. One, actually. You should be in your first shell. The comfortable and efficient one. What the hell have you gotten yourself into? smoking too. Someone's fallen into bad company.
This body must have been through half a century of addiction. It'll drop dead before I get used to it.
So are you going to tell me where you got it?
My family thinks I'm away. I got the best synthesizer, remote work equipment. I didn't have to explain myself to anyone. And then fucking James Kara had to waltz in here and ruin everything.
I'm good at that. So what have you gotten yourself into?
It's a long story and complicated.
Good thing I'm a professional at complicated stories. Talk.
I didn't want to, but I had no choice. I did something sketchy, but otherwise...
It's all right. You can trust me.
Okay. I rented my body on the black market.
Sarah, what was your motive?
Motive? Seriously?
I'm not judging. I just...
What is this, an interrogation? No, fuck you.
Fuck! I wasn't interrogating you. I just wanted to know, like, why did you do it? Like, what was the point? What was your goal? And plus, you sound like the stranger in the con that I've been talking to. So, like, you know, I'm just asking questions here. Because I thought you were the killer for a sec.
2071, Green Bank. Acid rains ravaging our planet will not cause the extinction of the flora.
What fucking emotions management issues?
Means you got anger issues. What happened if I turn them all on? Let me go back towards that chicken. You could probably unlock something.
No, nothing. Lovely sculptures. What are these figurines?
They're memories. I've read that after an Icarite transplant, especially an illegal one, some can be lost. That one's the most valuable. One night, when the acid rain was bad, Taylor and I hid upstairs, where you came in. And back then, it was just a 2 by 3 foot hole that ended in a wall of rubble. And instead of sitting in the cold with her teeth chattering like any normal person, Taylor started fiddling with the flashlight. And then something flashed in the pile of rubble, so we started digging. And we dug until we unearthed this little Statue of Liberty figurine. It was beaten up, but looked valuable. And we fenced it right away. And we came back here hoping to find more.
Who's Taylor?
The greatest treasure in this dump. We found out there used to be a museum here. So we dug more. Day after day, till our hands were bloody. We kept digging. For normal people, it's a portrait of misery, desperation. But for Taylor, we were adventurers on a fucking treasure hunt. We glued, fixed, and sold everything we found. Would you believe we excavated this whole place like a pair of underage slum archaeologists?
Must have taken a while.
Almost 5 years, but it was our livelihood.
I'm not
We were
gonna,
dirt poor,
not gonna put the
surrounded
law
by dirt, but we felt
in it.
rich.
I just want
At least
to have
until
her
Taylor
talk her
tricked me.
story.
8 years ago, give or take a few days.
Not like you're holding a grudge or anything.
I remember exactly when she tricked me, because it was when I turned 21. First subscription. And Taylor paid for it for me. She did it behind my fucking back.
That's bad. What am I missing?
After a month, her subscription expired. And we were broke, and there was no one to help her. She wound up in the bank, and the body went to auction. And that's why I have to get her out, no matter what it takes. You're the detective. Now you know my motive.
Hey Trent, I'm doing alright. What about you?
Oh, fuck! Damn it. Got any ambrosia anywhere? Anything higher octane?
I'll pour us something. Or you can also help yourself to ambrosia in the bedroom.
This is. Yeah, no problem. Also, good to hear. Good you're doing well.
Blood tests from the beginning of the month. I remember it. This is older than me.
Chicken of Justice. Max, Story, Peter. I wonder who those guys are. As well, Max, Peter, you did the mention. Oh, that's so awesome. That's pretty cool. I used to have these glow in the dark lights, the star, just only the stars mostly, but at the end it kind of died out. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Good. Stream is lagging? Really? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, probably that. Because I'm looking at my FPS and internet connection says it's running a bit alright.
James, aren't you afraid your memories will eventually fade away?
Lucky me. Mine don't fade. They haunt me. More literally than I'd like.
You must have some good ones. At least one.
We're at the movies, and Rachel tries to convince me it's a crime flick she's already seen. They were all the same to her, and of course she's teasing me, and I'm trying to watch the fucking movie. Right now, I'd give anything to be sitting there next to her. I'd focus all my attention on her.
Maybe then you wouldn't remember it. Maybe it's the imperfect moments that create the most precious memories.
Have you read Chicken of Justice?
There is no way you know this.
The last of his kind. He could give up, but he fights for a better world for the rest of us. A true hero.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't believe it. My brother Dario was crazy about him.
Yeah.
Did Dario also write riddles? There was one on the back of the book.
Yes! The Chicken of Justice could only be summoned by solving one.
This one room, the bedroom, is totally secure.
It's a slum, but I gotta be able to close my eyes sometimes. It's possible to break in there with enough effort, but I'd have time to be awake and ready.
Ever watch any westerns?
No. What are they about?
Oh, you'd love them. I think you'd identify with the characters. In the middle of the room was a bunch of files with names.
Can't you respect anyone else's privacy?
Nope.
I said none of the siblings knew. If something went wrong, I prepared myself for it.
But what's one have to do with the other?
I sorted things out for them and left a will that made it clear I believed Taylor and I would be in heaven at the bank.
Looks like you covered all the bases. Nice work.
Thanks. I try.
I'm not gonna give her shit.
So how did a slum girl get this job?
Maybe you got yours. I had to work for it.
Points for determination. Must not have been easy for you.
Fortunate combo. I had insomnia and hated wasting my time. I guess that's how I managed to pass all the exams.
I hope this isn't a tough question. Sarah, how are Max, Dario, and Peter now?
I wasn't talking...
I saw the name on the cabinets. Did they...
Don't worry, they're all alive and doing pretty well. They rented a legal apartment, floor 40. They have better air than here. Bodies wear out slower.
What are we drinking to?
Well, you're the expert. Sit down and make a toast.
Did our department come for Taylor?
Yes.
So why...
Did I join you? Maybe I wanted to take control? Of some sort. I decided I was never going to be powerless like that again. I'm just a liaison, but I already know when and where they move.
Do you know who it was? Which one of us came for Taylor?
It was hard to resist the temptation to check it out.
Want to get some revenge?
He was so ordinary. A regular agent. To really get justice, I'd have to get revenge on this whole sick fucking system.
We gotta play by the rules. We don't make them.
Tell me about it.
Bottoms up. Past. Now it slips through your fucking fingers like sand.
And to your optimism, your most charming trait.
Great. What's our poison?
The slum's chief export, apart from bodies. Moonshine.
Nice. The worse the neighborhood, the better the hooch. What are you renting the body for?
A surrogate. For some rich broad. A good one, I hope.
Sarah, please tell me it's not Jane Salma. I found her file.
Calm down. I checked her. I got to her. She had a similar case before, and they couldn't prove anything, even with plenty of evidence.
Damn it.
The arrangement came from me. She had the dough, I had the body with the right biological conditions, plus I could cover for her. That's why I know she's not a suspect.
Okay. I'll trust you. At least I'll try.
Much appreciated.
All right. So you rented your body. Where did you get this one? The current model.
Salma said it was recycled. Give one to me.
No. A recycled body? After what I've seen, that's hard to swallow. They must have put someone on ice for you to get it.
No. Somebody bought a new body, and no one wanted this one.
Okay, let's say you're right.
It's definitely recycled. Why would they lie about that?
You need to see the big picture of what you've gotten yourself into.
James, I have nightmares. Every single fucking night. I see her in them.
Welcome to the club.
Every morning, I wake up from them and Taylor can't. And it haunts me. What if she's trapped there in an endless nightmare?
It's not sleep when you're in the bank. It's nothingness. You don't feel anything.
Like transferring in CTC? I remember what you said. You said you'd rather die than go to the bank.
But for different reasons, remember?
James, I have to save her! Fuck. You understand?
Fuck's sake, Sarah. We were supposed to be the good guys, remember? You believed they were lines we never cross.
What are you saying?
Maybe you should stop before it's too late.
Yeah? Just let her rot in the bank? After what she gave for me?
After what Taylor did for you, maybe she wouldn't want you to throw away your life. You can start over while you're young. Trust me. At least by the time you turn 100, there's still a chance.
Fuck off.
Hey, I piss everyone off. I'm honest. Still, you can count on me. Dress your finger.
I can handle it.
Sarah, we need to start investigating.
Just a minute. Not so fast. One more question. A basic one.
Yeah,
Why don't you tell me why you stormed in here like a lunatic?
I told you. I thought you were in danger.
Based on what? Did something happen when we lost contact?
Mm-hmm. Can you fire up the board here?
No.
We'll do it the old way, then. In the meantime, I'll summarize the Red Room for you.
The Red Room?
It's a piece of fucked up history. Better buckle up.
I can't believe all this evidence. You were right from the start.
Seriously? What surprises you most?
That's not what I meant. But the murderer was behind everything from the beginning. Did he take over his body?
Strong assumption. We better go one step at a time.
Oh
Now?
shit! I didn't even
You're going to
think
get
about that.
skeptical now?
I just want to sort it out.
I didn't even think about
Where
that.
do we
He could
start?
be probably be right about it. Holy
James,
shit!
I managed to get what was in Green's safe. There were recordings of his synchro tests and a ton of private notes. It's pretty unusual.
Upload. His own transfer machine. I can't even get my shit together after 3.
This explains his problems. They were his own doing. Both died on dates shown on the symbols.
The problem is that Green's date of death was carved long ago.
Why didn't we have access to these recordings?
They were in the Red Room.
I'll try to get to them. I learned this was the plan for the next 100 years. Numerous attempts to save what we have and this system.
And our system isn't perfect? At least for them.
It turns out not to be the case. Apparently, every prediction ended in disaster.
Fucking Demmer.
Oh, haven't heard that before. Good to know you still have feelings for them. How did you describe it? That you're losing control of yourself?
Mm-hmm.
It's a kind of consciousness erosion. We'll increase the dose of ambrosia and the amount of synchro tests. Should help.
I need something better.
We don't have anything else yet. I'm working on it.
It's one big joke.
Selma sounds familiar, don't you think?
Shit. I thought she was gonna get herself a synthesizer. I'm getting used to the big names of the corpses at our feet. what are they doing there? Apart from the obvious.
Together, they worked on how to calm the riots, how to use the Fourth Estate. Who knows if they would have failed.
Dickheads. Lots of familiar faces, but compared to Green, they're small fry.
It's their mouth that spits out lies that millions eat up.
I still don't get that part of the story. When I think that they really used the...
At least the motherfucker's dead.
Everyone like him deserved it.
Alright, let's go. Taking over the body. Do we have any indication that... do we?
Erosion of consciousness. Never heard of something like that.
Neither did I. But that means he was weaker than we thought.
And how exactly does this connect with the shooting on Icarus?
By sheer willpower?
He doesn't act normal.
Could this be desynchro? They didn't die because of money.
Yeah, they had plenty of it. There had to be another reason. You're telling me these are the only people who can deal with the chaos in this city?
Am I? No. But I think that's what Green is trying to tell us.
Do you buy it?
Well, this motherfucker knew corruption and power like no one else. How do you deal with that kind of desynchro?
And how do you deal with it?
I don't know if I'm the best example.
If synchro tests have a positive effect, then maybe there is something that does the opposite. There may be no evidence that they made a transfer of consciousness at the time of the incident, but his behavior...
I know, it's damn suspicious. Let's just put it together piece by piece. Okay, whether it was Green's will or someone else was pulling the strings, why did Green have to die?
I see at least two, no, three possibilities.
Can you be more specific, Miss Detective?
I'm throwing them in. If synchrotests have a positive effect, then maybe there is something that does the opposite. The whole thing may simply have been about tearing the city apart. Since the most influential players are more or less dead, their seats are up for grabs. Following this lead, Green didn't have to be the only one like that. Are you sure?
I was, but I changed my mind.
Once the king is knocked down, the game's usually over.
Someone's getting better at game metaphors.
I think we need to focus.
I am fucking focused.
Alright, why did Green have to die?
Like I said, I have at least three hypotheses.
Yes, ma'am.
Seems like Green's death was planned for a long time. To what end? Oh man, I don't know. Shit. Probably the orphanage? No.
I feel like following this lead might take a long time.
I'm just looking at all the angles.
How sure are you of that?
Barry, about 30%?
How much planning does it take to set up something like that?
I don't know, but we need to figure out who's pulling the strings in all of this.
And you? Why'd you become a cop?
Work well under pressure, resistant to stress, ability to assess situations quickly. Only the commander instead of a coach, and the field's a bit bigger.
And that's all?
I believed in justice, and shit like that.
But you don't anymore?
As much as ever. I'm just not looking for it in the department.
Copy that.
Okay, let's try to draw some conclusions. It all comes down to one question. Could Green really be a puppet?
I thought so, but the more I watch the Red Room and foyer footage, the more I doubt it. Green, the way he gestures and talks to himself, he looks crazy.
Talking to yourself doesn't mean you're crazy.
You know what I mean, when he's waving his arms and hurting himself. But I have no idea what taking over a body would look like. Fuck, I don't know. Which one of them was behind this? Green or the killer?
The more important the decision, the less certain, huh?
We're out of time for mistakes.
He's a murderer. Green's death wouldn't make sense. He must have been influencing for a long time until he finally got him to shoot the other deviants. Damn influential deviants. He took another harvest on Icarus.
And if he's aiming to paralyze the city, to create chaos, so what's his next step?
The motherfucker leaves no trace. Trail's cold.
Why haven't we heard of him before? He's a pro, after all.
Criminals are still in their learning curve when they do their first crimes. They leave more traces behind.
I'll check similar poisoning cases in recent years.
No, poison may have been removed from reports. Check the final death.